Samuel Taylor Coleridge, popularly known as S.T. Coleridge, born on 21st of October 1772. His father, John Coleridge, was headmaster of King's School. Earlier, it was a pre-grammar school. Coleridge was passionate about studies from his early childhood. His father died earlier when he was just 8 years old. Then he sent to Christ Hospital for studies, where he met Charles Lamb. S.T. Coleridge was first generation romantic poet. He was a poet, critic, and philosopher. He was very much influenced by German philosophy. He started reading works of Virgil with Charles Lamb. He read Arabian Nights, which influenced him deeply. This book, Arabian Nights, he started reading with Charles Lamb when he was in Christ Hospital, and this book influenced him very deeply. Coleridge started writing from his school days. He studied from Cambridge University in between 1791 to 94. Coleridge started writing from his early childhood. He wrote Samuel Taylor Coleridge, popularly known as S.T. Coleridge, born on 21st of October 1772. His father, John Coleridge, was headmaster of King's School. Earlier, it was a pre-grammar school. Coleridge was passionate about studies. His father died earlier when he was just 8 years old. Then he sent to Christ Hospital for studies, where he met Charles Lamb. S.T. Coleridge was known as first generation romantic poet. He was a poet, critic, and philosopher. He was very much influenced by German philosophy. He started reading works of Virgil with Charles Lamb. He read Arabian Nights, which influenced him deeply. Coleridge started writing from his school days. Later, he collaborated with Charles Lamb, Robert Southey, Wordsworth for writing books. He studied from Cambridge University in between 1791 to 94. He wrote Ode on Slavery in 1792. He got Brown Medal for this work. Earlier in his school days, he met Tom Evans and once went to his house and first time fell in love with Tom's sister, Mary Evans. He was deeply in love with her for next 5 years but could not express his feelings. So she got married with another person in 1795. Mary got married in 1795 with another person, Bride Trot. He dedicated his poem The Sigh, written in 1794. This poem was written for Mary Evans. Name of the poem is The Sigh. After that, sometime he changes his name as Silas Tomkin Comberback. But the reason is unknown why he had changed his name for some time. Jesus College in Cambridge University, where he met Robert Southey. In collaboration, they wrote a play, The Fall of Robespierre. Coleridge and Southey wanted to create a utopian community. They wanted to give this utopian community name Pentisocracy. Robert Lowell, he was poet, was also involved in this, and three sisters, Sarah, Edith, and Mary. All Sarah, Edith, Mary, Robert Lowell, Coleridge, and Southey. These are the persons who wanted to make utopian community as Pentisocracy. They wanted to establish this society in USA. Then they thought they will establish it in Wales, but they couldn't decide the location and the plan was failed. But eventually they got married with these three sisters. Coleridge married Sarah, Southey got married to Edith, and Robert Lowell got married to Mary. Coleridge's marriage with Sarah was unhappy. After 4 kids, they got separated. His first volume of poem was published in 1796 as Poems on Various Subjects. In his first volume of Poems on Various Subjects, which was published in 1796, there are few poems of Charles Lamb also. Then he privately published some sonnets of his and his friend Lamb, Charles Lamb, and Lowell, Robert Southey. Then he started a weekly journal, The Watchman. So, 1797 to 1798 is the most prolific time of Coleridge's career, because he met with Dorothy and Wordsworth in 1795. Why it is said that 1797 to 1798 is the most prolific time of Coleridge's career? Because in collaboration with Wordsworth, he wrote lyrical ballads, which was the beginning of Romantic movement, and it was published in 1798. Earlier, he wrote Kubla Khan and the Rime of Ancient Mariner. These two great poems was written when he was, as he already said in that these two poems he wrote. Some other great works are lyrical ballads, The Nightingale. Coleridge went to Shropshire, where he gave a lecture. William Hazlitt was son of an Unitarian minister, came to see Coleridge there. William Hazlitt was influenced by his speech. Coleridge visited Hazlitt's father and got some offer. In 1798, 16th September, Coleridge went to Germany with Wordsworth. Wordsworth came back after some time, but Coleridge was roaming there in the universities. Coleridge listens Johann Friedrich Blumenbach and Johann Gottfried Eckern's lectures and became interested in German philosophy, especially critical philosophy of Immanuel Kant and transcendental idealism, and literary criticism of Gotthold Lessing. After returning to London, he started reading German philosophy and translating. While in 1799, Coleridge with Wordsworth was sitting on Thomas Hutchinson's farm and wrote a poem for Sarah Hutchinson. It's a ballad, and the name of the poem is Love. So, here Coleridge wrote a poem, Love, for Sarah Hutchinson. Here is the question, who is Sarah Hutchinson? Sarah Hutchinson was sister of Mary Hutchinson. And who is Mary Hutchinson? Mary Hutchinson is wife of Wordsworth. Then eventually they got married, Sarah and Coleridge, in later. Dejection on Ode was also written for Sarah Hutchinson, who became his wife later. John Keats was very much influenced by this poem Love, and then Keats wrote La Belle Dame sans Merci. Now Coleridge was very much addicted in opium. Now Coleridge was very much addicted to opium. In 1804, he travelled to Sicily and Malta, returned in 1806, and again went there in 1807 and 1808 to improve his health. Due to his addiction to opium, he was separated from his wife Sarah in 1808 and quarrelled with his friend Wordsworth in 1810. In 1814, he went to Dr. Daniel. In 1809, he wanted to start a newspaper, The Friend. 1809. During 1810 to 1820, he started giving lectures on Shakespeare. He has given a lecture on Hamlet in 2nd January 1812. It was the best lecture on Shakespeare works. During 1814 to 1816, he was living in Wiltshire, where he worked on Biographia Literaria. He fell sick in 1806. A doctor, James Gilman, visited him and controlled his addiction of opium. And then he started living with Dr. James Gilman till his death. Almost 18 years he lived at his house. Ralph Waldo Emerson visited him at that place. He completed his work Biographia Literaria. He completed his work Biographia Literaria at doctor's house. Coleridge died on 25th of July 1834.